Are you ultra focused when performing tasks? If so, you may be practicing the sixth limb of yoga, Dharana, one-pointed attention. Hi, my name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of 12 published books, including my latest book, The 8 Limbs of Yoga for Modern Times, a practical guide to the Yoga Sutras of Patañjali, and welcome to my study of the 8 limbs of yoga. If you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you here. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications so you never miss a video. And make sure to interact by giving the video a thumbs up and putting a comment in the comments section below. I teach meditation online on demand. You can check that out at the link below. Welcome to the sixth limb of yoga, Dharana, one-pointed attention, like the one-pointed attention of the eagle. I love that when doing Garudasana, eagle's pose. It's amazing to have that intense focus. First, I'm going to read to you the Yoga Sutra pertaining to the sixth limb of yoga. Dharana is concentration, fixing one's full attention on one place, object, or idea at a time. Yoga Sutra, Chapter 3, Verse 1. Dharana is probably one of my favorite of the 8 limbs of yoga. Here's why I find it to be one of my favorites. One-pointed attention, or placing your 100% total focus on a goal, on an idea, on a thought, is extremely challenging to do in today's day and age. However, it is extremely effective when you find that you can do it. In the beginning of the video, I spoke about doing a yoga posture, a balancing posture like Garudasana, eagle's pose, where you fold your hands like this and you are point focused in this extremely difficult balancing posture as your body is all twisted into a pretzel. But if you can attain that one-pointed focus of the eagle, you'll be able to balance even as you're twisted into a pretzel. But that's not the only way we can practice one-pointed attention. In today's day and age, we are called to so many different things for our attention at the same time. And it is even more difficult now than ever to place your attention on a singular focus. And in fact, social media is designed to divert our attention. Advertising is designed to divert our attention. Even the way that shorts, YouTube shorts or TikToks or Instagram reels are really designed to keep our focus there for about a minute or less and really no more than that. And so our minds are constantly going from one idea to another, to another, to another. And so since we have this inattention, it's very difficult for us to develop and hone on that attention. And so this takes some skill, practice, and discipline to be able to attain that focus. If you ever study the law of attraction and the laws of manifestation, you know that it's extremely important to stay focused on your desired outcome in order to manifest something big, something that may seem totally impossible. And yet, when you allow yourself to remain completely focused on attaining something that you desire, you find that more often than not, that desire comes to fruition. It's by our scattered thoughts that we don't ever attain anything. We kind of start a lot of things, but we really can't finish anything. The practice of meditation is another example. And in fact, the last 3 limbs of the 8 limbs of yoga and the Yoga Sutras of Patañjali outline the fact that Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi, the 6th, 7th, and 8th limbs of yoga, that they all guide us toward meditative absorption, which is transcendence, enlightenment, union with the divine. In the 6th limb of yoga, Dharana, I believe that this is really speaking about having a disciplined meditation practice in which you are focusing on one specific thing. Now, the type of meditation I teach is a mantra-based meditation, and you are focused on a Vedic mantra in Sanskrit. And so since you're focused on this mantra and you are repeating the mantra again and again and again throughout your meditation, that is one pointed attention. That is one pointed focus. Because the mind, as you know, is a total monkey mind. Your mind tends to flow from thought to thought to thought to thought, and it has a really hard time focusing on a singular thought. And when you practice meditation with a mantra, you're able to have that one pointed attention. And in the video on pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses, which I'll post that here, you can view that after this video, I gave an example of running for me. So I'm preparing for a 10-miler in a few weeks. I'm also preparing for a half marathon at the beginning of March, and I am increasing my running mileage every week, which can be a challenge in and of itself. And what I discovered was that if I keep my focus on my pace, if I keep my focus on the goal of running, let's say next week, 9 miles in one run, if I keep focused on that specific goal, then I'm able to attain it. But if I allow my mind to go to so many other thoughts, like what's my grocery list for this week? What do I have to do after this run? Do I even have time to be doing this run? Or what am I going to do for work this week? Or any of the other thoughts that tend to come in. If I focus on those other things, then my running gets slower, I get more fatigued, my bodily posture is not great because I'm kind of all over the place. I have no area of focus. But if I focus straight ahead at the distance, not at the trees right in front of me or at the people right in front of me, but if I really look off into the distance to where I am headed, and I keep my focal point there, my drishti in yoga, the focal point, if I keep my focal point there, at the distance, at the palm tree that is the furthest in the lane that I can see, I run faster, smoother, and with less fatigue because I have a focal point. For a runner or anyone participating in any sport that requires so much energy and strength, having a focal point is the idea, and every good athlete knows this. In our daily lives, we're not so disciplined. Why? Because the urgency isn't there to be that disciplined. Most of us are not super serious about our own lives. We're just trying to get through the day to day, and we forget about those longer term goals. We forget about pushing ourselves a little further ahead than we were last year in anything. It could be in our health and wellness, in our exercise program, in our yoga practice, in our eating habits, or even in the money in our bank account, or improving upon a skill or getting further education. Whatever it happens to be, most of us are pretty lazy about that because we don't have the one pointed attention of a particular goal. Like I said, we're more focused on the day to day, and we're more focused on like putting fires out each and every day. But if you can just focus on one thing that you're passionate about, whether it's, I want to meditate twice a day and I really want to be able to do this, or whether it's improving your yoga practice or running better, if you're able to take that one thing and place extreme focus on it, on the attainment of that goal, and you're able to succeed, the next one will be easier, and the next one after that will be even easier. I say this to my students in my meditation course when I'm teaching them. When I teach them to meditate, I am starting off with, you need to meditate for 30 minutes twice a day. This can seem like an extremely daunting task for someone who has never meditated before in their lives. But this is the way I learned. And if you place your focus on the fact that I'm going to close my eyes and repeat my mantra for 30 minutes, and all I need to do is repeat the mantra. I'm not going to tell myself I need to do anything else but that. Then you're able to attain that goal. You're able to reach the end of the 30 minutes because the expectation is there. I'm going to sit here. I'm repeating my mantra. This is all that counts. I'm not going to allow myself to get distracted. Yes, distractions will happen, but you're not going to allow yourself to get distracted. And that's the whole point of this. In my running, if I let myself get distracted by, oh, my back hurts, my feet hurt, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm sweating way too much, the sun is beating on my face and I hate this. If I focus on those things, I am less likely to finish my race. I'm less likely to finish my run. But if I keep the focus straight ahead on the next palm tree and the next palm tree, and I keep moving forward, knowing that I will finish my goal, even if I'm tired, even if my body is giving up, even if I'm sweating profusely. I have that goal because I have that point of focus, and I just need to keep focusing on one foot in front of the other. And when I do that, I make it. Believe me, there have been times where I don't think I could make it another step, let alone another mile. Believe me, this has happened more than once for me. But I pushed through it. I pushed through it because I had the attainment of that goal through the power of focus. So that's why I love Dharana, the sixth limb of yoga. Dharana is so beautiful because all of us in all of our lives could use more of the power of focus, the power of Dharana. And when you do that, you enter a zone of transcendence. You enter a zone where anything is possible. And if you don't do this in any area of your life, you find yourself failing in so many ways, and you find yourself disappointed in yourself in so many ways. And of course, I'm not going to measure success or failure based on attainment of goals. However, there are some personal needs to achieve something better than you did last year or the year before or 5 years before that, because that's just human nature. So again, whether it's your meditation practice, your yoga practice, an exercise program, a health regime, or anything, when you can do it in one aspect, it spreads to many other aspects in your life. And that is the beauty of Dharana, one-pointed attention. So try it this week. Try it and let me know in the comments section if you were able to attain something, achieve something that you didn't think you could do, but that you did because of that one-pointed attention. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today and having fun with me through this sixth limb of yoga. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure to click on that bell so you don't miss a video. Put something in the comments. I want to thank you so much ahead of time for supporting my YouTube channel. You can purchase the 8 Limbs of Yoga for Modern Times or one of my other 11 published books. You can check out my courses on my website. And hey, I've got a free download. I've got a chakra healing guided meditation taken from my book, Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy. It's a 30-minute guided meditation to align all 7 chakras. You can download that for free. The link is below. And I will see you in the next video.